Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Team 180 call. I'm so excited that you're on. I have a little special someone to introduce you to. This is Willow Grace. See, she's got her eyes open. We'll see how, there she is. You say hi? Here she is. Well, she's awake. That's amazing. Normally she's sleeping. Here she is. So I wanted to introduce you to her. I've got her daddy coming to take her back, but I wanted you to get to see her for the first time. She's looking. She's got her eyes open for him. Aw. All right. Time to go. We're going to have our call. All right. Thanks, Daddy. All right. So there she was. Yay. Okay. Thank you. So anyway, so obviously been very busy just getting our routine down and trying to figure out how to balance life with 2 kiddos and business and all of this stuff. So it's been quite the ride. So I apologize if I've been absent in any way, shape, or form. But I have really tried to get back on the bandwagon. I've really dove in today, really as kind of, just trying to get things going and starting and planning and setting goals and all of those things. So I feel like I'm back. So thanks for your patience with me. And I wanted to go through some announcements before we start tonight. So first of all, obviously we have all of the amazing challenge packs for sale this month, and I wanted to just go, I have them all written down and wanted to share them. As you know, obviously the PIO challenge pack deal has been extended. Yay! Because that's like still the one that I sell the most of is PIO. Of course, because everybody loves it. Insanity Max 30 is now 180 instead of 205. So that's a great deal for anybody who's looking for a really great challenge. It's 30 minutes. It's Shaun T. It's really crazy. It has you max out. If you don't know much about the program, make sure you learn more. Really important that you know a lot about these programs that go on sale each month. That way you're ready and prepared to talk about them. Obviously the Insanity Max 30, the Kickstart, which has the 3-day refresh attached to it. So you get the program, Shakeology 3-day refresh. That's $220, normally $245. So that one's on sale. Body Beast is now only $140, normally $160. I've done Body Beast and I absolutely love it. Body Beast, it sounds crazy, and when you are doing the workout, you feel kind of like a crazy person. Sometimes, at least I did, because I was like, this is so crazy. These guys are like crazy meatheads. Like, they're just huge and bulky, and so it just kind of feels funny sometimes to be working out with the Body Beast, all of them. So, but it's a great program, and honestly, if you want to build muscle, get real lean and shredded and ripped, that is a great program for anybody. Another one is obviously the PIO Kickstart, which is 180, normally 205. So that is PIO, Shakeology, and the 3-day refresh. And then extended as well as the Ultimate Reset with Shakeology. You get it for 275, normally 305. So those are the deals. Those are the challenge pack deals. And that is really what you want to focus on this month, hitting Success Club. So many of you were so close last month to hitting Success Club 5. We had a lot of coaches who really just killed it with Success Club, and then there were some who were so close. And so I just want to say that you can do this, that you absolutely have everything it takes to hit Success Club this month. You have all of the right tools. I mean, Beachbody makes it simple. They pair the workout and Shakeology, and some of them even with the 3-day refresh all together for cheaper. So, make sure that you're talking with people about these things. And, if somebody's really interested in Shakeology, don't forget to mention, hey, I don't know if you're looking for a workout program, to help you reach your fitness goals. But if you are, this Shakeology comes with multiple programs and they discount them. So, if somebody loves Shakeology and is interested, make sure you let them know, hey, we've got these deals where when you get Shakeology with a workout, the workout is discounted big time. So make sure that you don't forget to announce that and share that, and hit Success Club. Hit Success Club 5 for the first time this month, and I promise you, you'll kind of be addicted to it. It's hard to not want to get Success Club every month after you hit it for the first time. So get Success Club, set that goal for yourself and do it, and prove to yourself that you can. And that'll be really exciting. And speaking of Success Club and hitting it, there will be incentives from me personally. I will personally send you a gift for hitting Success Club. Like last month, all of the Success Club earners earned specialized little workout headbands that are really cool, colorful, and fun. And this next month, I will post the incentive tomorrow in Team 180. But just know that there is a prize coming from me personally, because to me, hitting Success Club is such a big deal, and it's so important that I really want to reward you. I want to reward you for hitting that, because it's a big deal. It means you're investing in new customers. You are talking about the products. You're getting people plugged in. You're running challenge groups. You're earning an income. You're building your business. That's a big deal. That tells me that you're working hard, that you're in this, that you believe in your business, that you believe in yourself. So I reward that every month. And then, of course, I wanted to mention our Go for No competition. If you didn't see my post, please check that out. Brittany McMillan is amazing and put together this incredible document that allows us to track our no's. And it sounds so funny to go for no, in network marketing. And basically what you're doing is you're talking to so many people each day that you have a set goal for yourself of people who are going to say, nope, no thanks, I'm not interested, or I'm not interested right now. And when you get those no's, you mark it down, and we're actually tracking and having a competition of how many people can get the most no's. And that it may sound really weird and feel really weird to do this, but ultimately the goal of that is to help you learn how to accept when somebody says no to you, and turn that around and let that fuel you to continue moving forward. Because too many times those no's get us so discouraged, and we think this business doesn't work. I'm not good at this business. It's just not a good fit for me, or whatever. And we get all of these negative thoughts. But the thing is when somebody says no, they're not rejecting us. They just don't want the product at that time. Or they may not know enough about it. And so they tell us no. Well, when we keep track of those no's, and we're here, the more time we're hearing no is going to lead to more yeses. So that's why we're tracking it, is because you hear no enough, you're going to hear more yeses. And that's ultimately where we want to be. Our success is in the yeses, but we must have those no's. We must have the failure on the way to our success. That's what gets us there. So that's why we're calculating and we're counting all of our no's, is because those are important. We think those are bad and they set us back, but in fact, they're actually propelling us forward in the right direction. So we're counting our no's, and there will be a prize, and that will also be announced soon. I'm still coming up with what I want it to be, because I want it to be good and worth your time. So make sure that you check out the competition. Let me know, post below, and let me know that you are interested below on our Team 180 post. You'll see it on our team page. But make sure that you print out the document that Brittany created for us. It's fantastic. And also listen to her webinar. If you want to know more, I'm telling you, it is worth every second to go listen to her webinar that she explained the Go for No idea and way of doing business. And it's so awesome. We just finished this book together. So check that out for sure. Another thing, I just wanted to kind of put this bug in your ear, is that soon I'm actually going to be starting, and I think it'll be next month, I'm going to be starting to do coach open houses at the beginning of every month. So in addition to our Coach Basics groups that are running starting the first of every month, the first 5 days of the month, every month, it's going to be reoccurring. We're going to do a coach open house. And this is going to be open to all of Team 180. So what this is this is a chance for you to invite your coach prospects, those people who you think would make great coaches, or people who have shown interest in coaching. You want to to get these people into the coach open house, because this is ultimately going to be a place where they're going to learn more about the business. They're going to hear from some of the coaches. They're going to get to understand what it looks like to be a coach before they even sign up, so they can really ultimately decide, is this for me? Is this not for me? And it's really, I think it's going to be really beneficial to our team. And what it's going to do is going to give you guys a place to send your coach prospects every single month, knowing, you can invite like crazy, knowing, hey, on the first Monday of the month, I'm going to have you participate in this coach open house. You can tell your prospects that, and so you have somewhere to place them. So when you invite them to hear about the coaching opportunity, you will know what's coming, and that you have a place to put them to where they're going to really learn more about the business. So I think as a team, this is really going to be super awesome. I think it's going to be really beneficial for us to have this resource. And so I've got someone helping me with that. And so we're going to put the content together. And of course, as always, I love having all of your participation in this, because it's very, it's just good for them to hear from all of you and not just me all the time. So I would love to have your input. I would love to have you guys posting your testimonies and your customers' stories and things like that. So just be on the lookout for that. I wanted to put that bug in your ear. So, after all that, now I got to get to our content. Woohoo! This is a training call. This is going to be for everyone, but I think this is going to be really beneficial to our newer coaches as well. So, so this is ultimately a training call more than anything. But tonight, the topic is, so you've signed a new coach. Now what? That is what we're going to go over. We're going to talk about how to get your coaches started off right, on the right foot, to where they can just zoom out the door and they are good to go, and you are equipping them and you're giving them everything that they need to be successful. When you know how to train your coaches well, this is going to change your business a lot, because it's going to give you so much more confidence when you are inviting somebody to the coaching opportunity. Because when you invite someone and they say yes and they get on board, you already have a system in place of what you're going to do to help them be successful. So you're not going, now what? What do I do? What do I do with my new coach? My new coach is like sitting here going, what do I do? And you're looking at her going, well, I don't know really what you're supposed to do. And so tonight, this is so good for you, because this is going to give you, literally, I'm going to give you the 8 things that I do when I have a new coach sign up. And so this should give you the confidence when you're talking to new coach prospects. So you're not hindered, you're not thinking, oh my goodness, but if I sign someone, then what do? I don't know how to coach them. I don't know how to lead them. Well, you can no longer have that excuse, because I'm going to give you everything you need to know about getting them started right, okay? So first of all, before we dive into that, I want to share with you that there's 3 types of coaches, okay? So when you sign a coach, they're going to be one of these 3 things. First, they're going to be just a discount coach. They're going to literally just want to use the Shakeology discount. They're not going to want to touch the business, do anything with the business. They just want the discount. And that's fine. That's fine. We have discount coaches on our team. There's discount coaches all across the board, and that's totally fine. The second one is a hobby coach. So these are the coaches that work their business when they feel like it, when they think about posting a picture, or when they, think about it. They may take a week or 2 off and then kind of dive back in for a few days, or they just not super consistent. They kind of do it as they feel like doing it, more of a hobby, and that's okay. They may host a challenge group or 2. They might be talking to friends and family, but it's not a top priority. It's not something that they're putting a lot of time and energy into. And so these are hobby coaches. The third, these are called the business builders. So these are the people who have goals. They've got their mindset on something. They say, I'm going to build this business because of X, Y, and Z. And these reasons, X, Y, and Z, are so important to me because, for all of these other reasons, and I'm going to make this business work, and I'm going to I want to build a team. I need to build an income for whatever reason. So this is really, really important to identify. You've got to be able to identify who this coach is. So when you sign a new coach, you've got to start asking them all kinds of questions, okay? So And I'm going to go over that, like what kind of questions here when I get into the meat of this. But you really need to be engaged with them, figuring out, okay, what kind of coach are they? And they, they may just say, oh, no, I really just wanted the discount. I don't really want to work the business. Okay, discount coach. All right, no big deal. They may say, I don't really have that much time during the week to work the business. And, I may be able to fit it in, a couple hours a week, or, I'm not really totally interested in challenge groups, but it'd be nice to make a little bit of extra money on the side. Okay, hobby coach. You can kind of identify them as that. You're going to know your business builders, because your business builders are going to say, I need to build this business. I want to build the income. I'm ready to build a team. I'm ready to just dive in. You're going to know your business builders. And so you have to identify and just get to know who they are and where they stand, because you're not going to want to force all this training and stuff down the throat of somebody who wants to be a discount coach. Because more than likely they're going to be like, this isn't even worth it. She's drowning me in trainings or something. And you're going to get frustrated when you try and push all this training and spend all this time into somebody who's just a hobby coach, because they're not really going to do much. They're not going to take your advice. They're not going to be putting action to all of these things that you're giving them. And you're really going to be spending a lot of time wasted because they're not totally invested in the business. So identify them up front so you know what pace they're going to go at. You've got to identify them up front so that you don't get totally frustrated, because it's easy. I know, man, in the first year of my business, I would get so frustrated because I would spend so much time on the phone with certain coaches, and they would tell me they wanted certain things, and they would tell me that, that they wanted to build the business, or, I'd like to, but I just got too much going on right now, and I would invest a lot of time thinking that that's what I had to do. But what I didn't do and what I did wrong was that I didn't identify the fact that, hey, they're hobby coaches, or they're just discount coaches. They're not business builders. So don't pour as much time and energy into them, and spend all of my time and energy into the ones who really, truly want to build the business. So identify your coaches, every single one of them. Spend the time figuring out exactly where they stand. And don't be afraid to ask them, so do you want to build this business? Do you want me to push you? Do you want me to challenge you? Do you want, at what pace? And ask them, what pace do you want to take this? And if they say, I just want to work this, kind of as I, when I can, that's fair, but if they're like, no, I'm in this, I'm all in, then where they stand. So let's get into the training. So the magic is in the system, and this is a system of how to get a coach started right. Okay, this is literally like step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. So write this down. Please write this down. This is so important. It's going to be so helpful for you as you're building your business and signing new coaches. Okay, number one and number 2 actually are going to happen immediately. So the second that these coaches sign up, obviously if you're out running errands, you just wait till you get home. But as soon as you possibly can after they have signed up, I need you to do number 1 and number 2. This is immediately. Number 1, you need to recognize them on social media and make it a big deal. It's a big deal that they've signed up. It really is. Even if they're a discount coach, it's a big deal. They've trusted you. They are now representing the product. They're representing your team. It's a big deal that they have signed up and that they've signed up with you. They've chosen you as their coach. So make it a big deal. Make them feel special. Sometimes people may sign up and then you give them a big welcome and they get welcomed by Team Next Level and Team 180. And then all of a sudden they're like, wow, this is a bigger deal than I thought. There's a lot of people here. And a lot of people are excited for me to be a part of this. So, and that may spark more of an interest in your discount coaches. And so that's kind of exciting to think about. So make it a big deal. Put a picture of them and write, welcome new coach or welcome so-and-so, put their name in there. Or put, an inspirational quote, or tell a little bit about their story, but make it a big deal. Make them feel special because they are special and they're joining your team, and you have no idea. They could be, they could become your lifelong best friend. They could really work the business and be a big leader on your team. So don't ever think, if somebody even is coming in saying I'm just a discount coach, don't ever, make that a lesser deal than it is. So just, introduce everybody the same. And I think that's very fair. And because you never know, a discount coach could very easily turn into a big business builder. Trust me, it happens all the time. In fact, a lot of the top successful coaches started out as just discount coaches, and then they saw the business for what it was after they were in it, and they saw their coach and what they were doing. And so don't discount the discount coaches. Make sure that you give them as much attention. Okay, so number 2, the second thing that you need to do immediately after you've recognized them on social media, send them email number 1. So let them know, hey, I'm so excited that you've signed up. I'm gonna recognize you on our social media, on our teams, on our team pages. I'm gonna welcome you to the team, and also I'm gonna send you an email. So check your email later, today or tonight or whatever. And this email is actually in our file section of our team page. So if you want to see what this looks like, go on the Team 180 files tab and check that, and you can see the email that I send out to everybody. And basically in there, I just I welcome them to the team, let them know how excited I am for them to be a part of the team. And then I also ask them some questions because I want to know at that moment exactly where they're at. So I say, what are your health and fitness goals for the next 30 to 90 days? What are your financial goals for this business? If, what does that look like? If you could kind of dream a little bit, what does that look like for you? And then there's a couple other questions, but I want to just get to know them, where they're at. Okay. So physically, where are you at with your health? Where are you in your, financially? Is this something you really is necessary, or is this just would be fun, extra money, and that'd be nice kind of a deal? So I get to know them that way. Now, number 3 through 5, the next 3, I'm going to give you, these ones have to happen within 24 to 48 hours after they sign up. Okay, so the first 2 things happen right away. The next things happen over the next couple days. Okay, so number 3, once you've sent them the email and you've kind of corresponded with them a little bit, you need to set up your Get Started Right call. So make this call as soon as possible. It's been hard for me lately just because with the baby and everything, my new coach calls have been delayed. Unfortunately, I had one today, and she signed up, I think, about a week ago. And so, it's happening a little bit delayed, unfortunately, but try and get them on the phone within the first 24 to 48 hours while it's still fresh and exciting and new, and they've received your email, they've answered your questions, that sort of thing. And on this Get Started Right call, there's a whole document for this Get Started Right call, what that looks like for you and how to host a Get Started Right call. But basically the whole gist of it is that you're just getting to know them better. You really want to figure out where they're at, and answer any initial questions that they have, because they're going to probably have some. Get to know them. I mean, because you're going to be doing life with them. So get to know what does their husband do or their family do? Where do they work? I mean, ask them all kinds of questions. Get to know them, and get to know their personality a little bit, and ask them questions about how they may run their business, or how they run, are they organized, or are they, are they type A? Or, just get to know them as a person, because you're going to be working with them, and the better you know them, the more you'll know how to help them. And then the second thing is another really great idea in this first initial call is to get them in front of their computer, and you be in front of your computer, and show them around the Team Beachbody website, because that can sometimes be the most overwhelming. You're like a new coach. I get this sometimes, is a new coach will be asking, texting me, hey, where do I find this? And, if you haven't already explained on the website to them, it's going to be really hard for you to text or call, try to explain it. So it's really easy and good to get them in front of their computer on this Get Started Right call and just say, hey, let me just point out to you a few of the most important things in your back office that you need to know. Show them around a little bit so they know what to look for and what to look at and that sort of thing. That's a great time to do that. Okay, number 4, which is also happening within the first 24 to 48 hours, is to send them training material. So this is all can be via email, and if you're, if you're a newer coach, or really if you're a coach on our team, you've gotten a lot of this stuff from me, and you can go back into your email and pull up these emails that I sent you, and you can send all of this training material right to your new coach. Don't feel like you have to come up with your own or find something or whatever. You can just use what I've sent you and pass that on to your next coach. Send them the coach manual. I think this is really, really important for them to have. And the 7-day quick start, of course, as well. That's in your back office. Those are two great things that they can start reading through that give them very basic information, not too overwhelming, but they do have all of the information at their fingertips, especially with the coach manual. The other thing I do is I send them Michelle Myers number 1 through 10 on her YouTube, the training videos. She has shorter training videos on really the most basic, foundational information that they need as new coaches. And so I'll send that to them to watch these videos. And then from there, then we'll get back on the phone if we need to answer their questions, or, if it's easier to email, whatever, but we'll correspond and work through their questions that way. Number 5 is to just help them dive in. So this is still within the first 24 to 48 hours, okay? It's really important to try and get them in and get the information to them and get them going with right away, like I said, within the first 48 hours, so that they don't lose that excitement and they don't get overwhelmed, and they know that you are there for them to really, truly help them grow. So help them dive in. Success Club. Tell them about Success Club and why it's important. This is a great goal, and especially as a new coach, because there's the Success Starters opportunity. So if they hit Success Club as a brand new coach the first 3 months in a row, they get a free ticket to Summit. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. That's like $200 and some worth of a ticket. And they get it for free just for hitting Success Club in the first 3 consecutive months of them being a coach. So make sure that they know about Success Club and Success Club Starters or Success Starters. That's a great way to help them dive in and start earning, an income, start talking to people they know, and to earn Success Club. And that's a big deal for a brand new coach to be getting Success Club. So the next thing is help them create a fitness page. Help them get on social media if they're not already. This is really, as we know as coaches, this is really the bread and butter, unless you are just completely, outgoing and you'd much rather talk to everybody and do it all in person and you have the time to do that. We know that social media makes all the difference in our business. So help your new coach get a fitness page on Facebook or a fitness account on Instagram. Don't be afraid. Make sure that they know how important it is to be on social media and how great their network can grow and their influence can grow there. The next thing is help them dive in by helping them invite. Show them how to connect with new people. Tell them how they can reconnect with old friends. Tell them how they can truly be inviting to their next challenge group or whatever they're hosting, or invite them to their fitness page. And so that's really, really important. Help them and teach them how to invite, because a lot of people are like, I don't even know what to say. And most people, as you know, and because maybe you've been one of them, and I know because that's how I used to think too, is like, I just don't want to look like a salesperson. So teach them how to approach people and how to post on social media in a way that is friendly, not salesy, not weird, not creepy. Help them understand that, hey, you can do this without being salesy. When you're sharing your story and you're ultimately just opening up about your journey, that's really what it looks like to be a coach and to share the products, not sell the products. So help them understand that. You can host a challenge group with your new coaches. That's a great, great idea, because it teaches them how to run a challenge group, but they're not on their own yet. And they get the accountability of the group. They can invite their friends and family to the challenge group as well. So hosting a challenge group with your brand new coaches is a great idea. Definitely a great idea. Okay, so that's what happens within the first 48 hours. And then about a week after sign up, you need to schedule and have a follow-up phone call with the new coach. So you need to, because they're still going to have questions, I'm sure. They're going to want to talk through things. And so make sure that you have a follow-up call or maybe a Skype session, so you can talk face-to-face. That's a great idea. Do that 1 week from sign up. And finally, number 7, within the first week, add them to the next Coach Basics group. As you guys know, I start Coach Basics group that are open to you and all of your coaches on the first Monday of every month. So It goes for 30 days. It's a Coach Basics. It's the same information each month, but it's for brand new coaches. This is the best way to get them plugged in, get them connected with the other coaches on our team, get their questions answered, give them awesome training material where they're really going to learn the business and all the fundamentals of it. So make sure that you get them plugged into a Coach Basics group. Now, if they're just a discount coach and they tell you, no, I do not want to work the business, obviously don't get them plugged into a Coach Basics group. It's okay. If they're on the fence, like if they're like, yeah, I really love just the discount, not totally interested, you can still ask them if they want to be a part of it just to learn the basics of coaching. And I think there's no harm in that, because sometimes people just need to see how easy this business is. As far as, I say easy, don't get me wrong. What I mean by that is just what it takes, that it's not this, super salesy kind of, weird type of a thing. Like they may look at it and go, oh, this is totally doable. I actually can do this. So make sure that, you get them plugged in if that's something that they want to do. You can even host your own Coach Basics group. I know it's a little scary, but you can do that too. No pressure, but you're definitely invited to the Team 181. And then finally, if you're a new coach, this is for our brand new coaches, create a team page. So when you sign your very first coach, create a team page. The team page is awesome. And even if you have one coach, you have a team. That is the start of your team. And so I want you to create a team page, just a place for you to host all of your coaches, even if it's just the one for now, because if you've got one coach, more than likely you're going to be signing more. And especially if you have dreams of building a big business, start your team page. As soon as you sign your first coach, get them plugged in, give them resources and tools and keep them updated, and really build that sense of community with your own team. You've got Team 180, but create your own team, and that'll really give you the confidence in your own business to really ultimately help your team grow. And it's just really exciting. Having a team page is fun. So that is the system of how to get a coach started right. Okay. Make sure that these new coaches have your cell phone number, that they know exactly how to get a hold of you personally. That's a big deal. This is not just sign a coach and run, right? This is like, we are literally going to do life together. So you need to give them full access to you. Obviously, especially if you have a family and you've got stuff going on, you've got to give yourself boundaries and parameters in your life. So maybe you just say, okay, I'm willing to have conversations and talk with my coaches until 7 p.m. And then after that, it's family time, and I'm not going to answer any emails. I'm not going to answer any text messages from anybody. That's fine. Give your business in your life boundaries to where you don't feel like you're always on call with coaches or customers or whatever, and that you've got, maybe you have set work hours. Maybe you are available 8 to 5. That's great. That's awesome. Whatever you need to do, but just, make sure that your team has access to you personally, because that's going to be ultimately how you can help them the most. And just be available, be as helpful and resourceful as you possibly can be for your team. And what's cool is, I know for me personally, the first year was really me building my team and trying to recruit, getting to Diamond. That was my goal within my first year, and I hit that goal. And then my second year has really been more so about pouring into the team that we have, and pouring into you guys as coaches, as personally as I can. Giving you all of the tools and resources that you need to be successful, to where you get to a place where you're coaching your team and you feel like that's where you're going to grow your team and invest into them. And so, it's just been really cool to be a part of. The first year, like I said, really just growing and recruiting the team and getting the people I want on our team. And then the second year has been really investing in, and I'm telling you, my business has grown so much because of that, because I have an amazing team of coaches now, all of you guys who are committed and who are fighting for your businesses and really making it work. And so my business has really grown, and I've grown a lot as a person, just learning how to be a leader, because I wouldn't say that I'm naturally a born leader, and maybe you'd say the same. Maybe think, well, I'm more introverted, I'm more quiet, I don't like to be in front of people or talk on a webinar. That's just not my thing. That doesn't mean you're not a good leader. I think it means that you probably need to just get over that fear. Start doing your own webinars, start making your own videos, and prove yourself wrong. But I think, we're all leaders and we all lead differently, but we all have very amazing, unique qualities and things that we bring to the table. And that's what makes this so fun, because we're all different. And so embrace that as you're training your team, and tap into your strengths too. I know for me, I don't have very many strengths, but probably my biggest strength is encouragement. And so that's what I love to do with my team, is just encourage you guys so much, because I do believe in you, and every person on our team, and just knowing you, I love encouraging you in different ways. And so maybe you have the gift of, speaking the truth in love to somebody. Maybe you're a little bit, you're not so soft, and maybe you're a little bit more firm in your leadership, and that's fantastic. Use that and encourage people and challenge your team, but tap into your strengths. Whatever that is about your personality, about you personally, use that and really put that into your team, and put all that time and effort in your team and your gifts and your talents, because the team that you have, those coaches signed up with you for a reason, and more than likely they loved that certain gift about you. And so pour that into them, and really take the time to pour into your coaches. And I promise you it's worth it in the long run, because then you've got a solid group of people running alongside of you who are truly now some of your very closest friends, which I've found, and I love it, and I'm so thankful. So that is tonight's call, the system of getting coaches started right. And hopefully, if you are a newer coach and you were a little bit concerned about signing new coaches and what do I do once they're signed, hopefully now you have this system that you get to use, and that's going to really help your new coaches get started right, be successful right off the bat, because that's really what it's about, is helping them be successful from the get-go. So does anybody have any questions before I sign off? If not, obviously you know where to find me, Team 180 after this, and we'll go from there. But just thank you guys so much for being on live. If you're listening to the recorded version of this, thank you for listening. And let me know whatever questions you have, or talk to your upline coach if I'm not your upline. So have a fabulous night, everybody, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.